Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a bit of a throwback, the Huawei P45G. Released back in 2020, this phone might not be the newest kid on the block, but it still packs a punch, especially for the price you can find it for these days. So the question is, does it hold up in 2024? Let's find out. Right off the bat, the P45G boasts a sleek design. This silver frost version is particularly eye-catching. It feels solid and well-built, even by today's standards. The 6.1-inch OLED display is vibrant and sharp, perfect for streaming videos or browsing photos. While it's not the highest resolution we see in modern flagships, the 1080 by 2340 resolution is more than adequate for everyday use. Now, let's talk performance. The Kirin 995G chipset, paired with 8 GB of RAM, was a powerhouse back in the day, and it still handles most tasks with ease. I've been using it for the past few days, running various apps, multitasking, and even doing some light gaming, and it hasn't skipped a beat. Of course, it's not going to outperform the latest Snapdragon or Apple Silicon, but for general use, it's surprisingly smooth. We'll run a speed test later in the video to see how it stacks up against some newer devices. One of the main selling points of the P45G was its camera system. It features a Leica triple camera setup, and while it might not boast the insane megapixel counts of some newer phones, it still captures some impressive shots. The image quality is excellent, with good dynamic range and detail. We'll definitely be putting the camera through its paces later on, so stay tuned for some sample photos and videos. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the software. The P45G runs on Android 10, but importantly, it doesn't have Google Mobile Services. Instead, it uses Huawei Mobile Services, HMS. This is a crucial factor to consider. While the app gallery has grown significantly, you might still find some of your favorite apps missing. There are workarounds, of course, but it's not as seamless as having full Google integration. This is arguably the biggest drawback of the P45G in 2024. Another important point for US buyers. This international version is not compatible with CDMA networks like Verizon and Sprint. Make sure to check compatibility with your carrier before purchasing. It does support a wide range of GSM and LTE bands, as well as 5G, so you should be good to go on most other networks. The 128 gigabytes of internal storage is decent, although some power users might find themselves wanting more. Unfortunately, there's no micro SD card slot for expansion, so you're stuck with what you get. So, is the Huawei P45G still worth it in 2024? It's a complicated question. If you're on a budget and prioritize camera performance and overall speed, and you're not heavily reliant on Google apps, then it's definitely worth considering. You can find it at a significantly lower price than when it launched, making it a compelling value proposition. However, if you absolutely need Google services or you're a heavy gamer, you might want to look elsewhere. All right, let's move on to that speed test I promised. We'll compare the P45G to a couple of other phones in its price range, show speed test and camera samples. So what are your thoughts on the Huawei P45G? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech reviews. Thanks for watching.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.